Hey guys, it's GameFace here and welcome back to episode 103 of my Leeds United career mode. Now in today's episode we're going to be playing the final friendly game. We're into the final of the competition now and we've also got a big match to try and play. I've already decided on the team, it's pretty much full strength. There's a few changes here and there obviously with it being pre-season. But yeah, we will be doing that sort of thing. We've also potentially got some more transfers to make, although I think we're mainly just going to be getting rid of players, to be honest. I can't really see anywhere in the team that I want to try and strengthen. This is the team I'm going to be playing with for the match. Like I said before, a couple of changes here and there. Basically, I've gone with pretty much a full strength team and then kind of just brought in Gordon at right back. And I suppose maybe brought in Mane there, you might not expect. Iheanacho doesn't play in this game, decided to rest him completely. I just decided to kind of give a little bit of a change to the bench as well, which you'll find out during the game. Let's crack on straight away with this match, but before we do, if we go ahead and hit 20 likes on this video, that'd be really appreciated. Also, if you haven't already, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button as well, that'd be absolutely fantastic. So, let's see, can we win the final of this competition, try and get a little bit more money in? Not that we're really spending at the moment, but I certainly wouldn't rule out getting in any of the big signings a little bit later on in the transfer window. So again, keep up with those suggestions in the comments below. Let me know about what players you'd like me to sign. But for now, let's crack on and try and win this match. Ramirez going to try and play through Silva. It's a brilliant pass. Will it be a good finish? Not quite. Good save from the keeper. Out for another corner. We've had quite a few of these so far. Just need to try and get a better delivery in, this time from Ep103. Zuma's in there and finally he scores. We've had a few of those sort of chances in the previous episodes that he's missed or hit the bar, whatever. But Zuma scores this time and a fantastic header. I think we're going to look more of a threat from corners in this season. Van Dijk and Zuma in the middle. They look really good at scoring those sort of opportunities. 1-0 up and about 15 minutes in. And that is it for the first half. Still in the game 1-0. Quite a comfortable match at the moment, to be honest. Haven't really threatened them too many times, but obviously, as you can see by the shots and shots on target, we've threatened them much more than they have. And yeah, let's crack on with the second half. We won't make any changes just yet. We'll leave it as it is, but the changes will probably happen quite quickly. Oh, it's 2-0. That's come from nowhere. Wasn't expecting that at all. I think it's Eric Dyer that's put it in the end. Took a little short free kick, just thought I would, and the cross in was probably a bit too close to the keeper. I was expecting him to get there, but he doesn't, and Eric Dyer heads it into the back of the net. That's 2 headers for us in this game, and as you can see, just a little short free kick, and not a bad ball in, but like I say, keeper probably should do better. 2-0 up, and there's about 30 minutes left of this match. Mane cutting inside, going to look for the ball into Silva. Could it be 3? It is 3. It's now time to make some changes, I think, with 3-0 up, very comfortable, and we scored virtually straight from kick-off there. Fantastic, another little header for us, but before we move on to continue with the game, we'll make some changes and I'll be back once I've done them. Okay, I've made all 7 changes, so I've taken off Keane, Van Dijk, Zuma, Dyer, Mane, Silva and Ep103, replaced them with Rossetti, Nelson, Capella, Bridcut, Coman, Antonio and Benicaphobe. That means Gordon now plays at centre-back, and by the way, he did very well at right-back. He looks fantastic, Gordon, in game. Really, just wins back the ball so easily. So I moved him into centre-back, going to partner him alongside Capella to give him a bit of a go. Who knows, we might need him to play alongside Capella during the season. So I'm going to give that a go, and hopefully we can have a good end to this match. There's still around about 20 minutes left. Oh, Benicaphobe through to Coman. Last chance for us probably of this game. Coman to put the ball in to Antonio, and it's another header. This time doesn't go in the back of the net. And that's probably going to be the last chance of the match for us. Oh no, they've got a chance here. And what a save from Rossetti, out for a corner. Brilliant way to keep us a clean sheet here. We've still got to clear this corner though. And try and make sure we can have the clean sheet in the final pre-season match. Rossetti comes to get it, miles away from it. And we've won the game 3-0. Very comfortable. We've won the cup. Obviously not a competitive trophy, so we can't really class it too much as silverware. But it's a win nevertheless. And obviously we've won the Champions Trophy. We'll take the money. Obviously, it's great that we've won it, but we need to focus now on the season because we have some really difficult opening games. I'll show you them in a second. These are my opening fixtures. Look at those Premier League matches, Liverpool, Arsenal, Everton and Man United, before we've even finished August. Along with, obviously, in between those matches, qualifying, I believe, for the Champions Cup. Because I forgot we finished 4th in last season, so I'm pretty sure that means we have to qualify for the Champions League, and that is why we've got those 2 games to play there. So it's going to be a tough run of fixtures. There's obviously some tough matches there, especially those ones in the league. Obviously the Champions Cup, you probably expect us to win against that team I've never heard of. Going into the next month, it gets a little bit easier, as you'd probably expect. But still, you know, it's going to be a tough round of fixtures, I think, in that first month, especially. Now we've got some emails to have a look at regarding transfers. Got a transfer offer in for Felipe, one of the players I'm looking to get rid of. 90 grand, that is insulting. 140 we'll ask for. I think it's from an Irish team, don't really recognise the name. Nottingham Forest putting in a bid for Ronaldo João Alves. I believe that's coming back on what I asked for, and they've not matched it. We will just accept that, though. It's only 25 grand under what he's worth. Don't think we'll need him this year. We've got Gordon, who's looking really good. And we need to sign up this player as well, Rosicki's region, I believe. 2.6 million for him, 20 grand a week. We'll sign him up as an alternative to Odegaard, who I didn't think stats-wise looked quite as good. And we've got some prize money as well. That is just under 3 million for winning the Champions Trophy. And yeah, let's move on and see whether we can maybe get rid of a couple more players. We've got some player drills here to do, obviously, as well. Can we get anybody going up? Yes, Lowe's gone up to 71 overall now. Nelson's gone up to 80 as well. So some good progress for those guys. But let's now move on to trying to sell some of the players that we don't need anymore, because there's still quite a few that I don't think we need in the squad. I've also got some news back on the centre mid that I'm after, who's a free agent, looks really good, really happy with that, 17 years old, 65 overall, looks fantastic, so we're going to try and get him in to use him maybe at some stage in our cup competition or something like that. But certainly looks like a good player that we could use this season. Trying to obviously grow him through the player drills, that'll be the main aim, but we've also got another scout report back, this time on Abu Bakr, I don't know how you pronounce his name at all, as you can tell, but he's actually 82 overall, which isn't too bad. He's fairly fast, obviously very strong, 6 foot, finishing wise looks very good. There's some other young players as well I'm scouting at the moment, which we'll have further updates on as the weeks go by. Another transfer offer in, this time for another one of my youngsters, 17 years old. This time he's only 58 overall, but Bayern Munich want him on loan. There seems to be some big clubs after some of my younger players. It's not like he's a particularly good overall at the moment, but we'll send him out there, see how he gets on. Obviously, he's not going to get that many games, but actually they can grow without playing games whilst on loan. I've noticed that with a couple of players recently. Felipe's going to go. We'll let him go for a little bit under what he's worth. I'm happy to do that. He's not really got much of a place in the squad, to be honest. So I'll move on now, trying to see whether I've got any more emails over the next few days. Okay, I've been scouting some more players, and look who I've found. 75 overall, 20 years old, looks really good. Clearly a region of someone, I think, anyway. But maybe a centre-back that's, Skirtle? I don't know. I don't think Skirtle will be retiring just yet. I don't even know if that's the right nationality. I don't think it is, to be honest. It's Slovakian, isn't he? I don't think that one is. So, yeah, that might be an interesting signing for him. He wants 35 grand a week. Could be an interesting one, but the only thing is he'd replace Gordon. That's my only problem with that. He would replace him. I've got to sign him. I've got to sign him. We'll go squad rotational player, just so he doesn't get his hopes up too much. But again, could be an interesting player to have in the squad. We've got Congolo, who's hopefully leaving us, so we'll see how that one goes. Hopefully try and get rid of him before the transfer window ends. Got some more players there that I'm scouting. We've got a player sold, obviously, Felipe there leaving. El Ghazi was suggested, I think, in the first season or two. Just thought I'd scout him. He hasn't really grown that much at all, surprisingly. Mendy, another player that I've been looking at for quite a few seasons now. Doesn't look anything particularly special. Not growing that much, only 80 overall. And got another player sold. This time it will be, obviously, that centre-back that was sold to Nottingham Forest. Don't know whether we need to sign anybody else. I think the only player that I could potentially sign now is Lee Lucas of Chelsea, I think he went to, who I looked at, I think, in one of the previous episodes. I might have cut it out in the end, because I said I couldn't afford him. I might well have cut it out at the last episode. But I'm going to take another look at him, because we've got some money left, and we've got quite a lot to spend, and I've got no one else I want to sign. I think he'd be quite a good signing to get in. 84 overall, looks very good. He'd obviously be a replacement for someone, potentially Ramirez, but I'm not really too sure, so I'll just decide on an offer I can put in to begin with, and I'll be back once I've done that. Okay, here we go, this is the bid. 30 million and Maddison, that's what I'm going to go with to begin with, although there's other options, potentially Calvin Phillips, Lewis Cook could be included, because obviously Cook, even though I want to try and keep him, he's not great in game. It's such a shame. He doesn't really do too much in match. So potentially he could go. There's obviously Bridcut as well. Ramirez, as I mentioned before, could be another option. So there's quite a few different players I could include potentially. But to begin with, We'll go with Maddison, who we've had before. Is kind of like a squad player, to be honest. So it might well be now the time to get rid of him if I can as part of this deal. Could be quite a big deal for us. He's obviously Welsh, Lee Lucas. He's obviously one of those players that glitches to a high overall as well. But let's quickly move on to some play drills. I think I might change this round. Since Nelson and Lowe have recently gone up, we might well just swap those two round. Here we go. I've replaced them with the two of the regens that we've recently signed, just to kind of freshen things up a little bit. Let's see how we get on. Hopefully get Rossetti going closer to the next overall. He's actually only gone up on one of those attributes, but next week he should be going up on the other two, and nobody else really changed too much, to be honest. So let's see now. Can we get Lee Lucas potentially from Chelsea? Will they accept the offer? We don't know yet, but we've got a transfer offer in for another player this time. Arsenal want one of our youngsters. We'll loan him out for a year. Hopefully he gets a little bit of game time, but like I said before, we don't really need it for growth of the regens. They can just go out on loan and still grow. Okay, wasn't expecting that. Chelsea have actually accepted the 30 million for him. Oh, okay. I thought they were going to reject it. I didn't really think they'd expect... I didn't think they'd want Maddison, but... Okay, we'll take that 3-year deal and crucial first team player quite clearly. 84 overall. We need another game changer in our team, and I think he's one for us. We've also got a new player coming in on a free. Hopefully we can still afford to get Lee Lucas in. I might actually just wait to accept that one. Before we take a look at that though and continue on with the transfers, we've got some more scout reports to have a look at. Clinton Ng, who I think we had on loan for like 2 years or something. I just wait to see how he's getting on at Tottenham now he's gone back from his loan. 77 overall, hasn't really grown too much. There's also other players here as well. Bentaleb I was interested in, just to kind of see how he got on. Also Ben Chilwell as well, he looks okay, actually 76. And Ryan Best is one I'm continuing to scout. But I've also got Fraser Forster who I was looking at as a potential goalkeeper signing. But obviously not now, I've got the new keeper in. We'll continue to look at Best though from Bournemouth, I think it was. We've got some monthly scouting updates to have a look at now as well. A couple of players here to reject, not too interested in the goalkeepers. And everyone rejected from Scotland. That was very good. Italian players, possibly going to be a couple better ones here. Yeah, we've got a couple there to try and sign up. And now the English ones, still quite a few to reject. Nobody particularly good from that one. Leave the free agent just for now. We'll wait and see whether we can get Lee Lucas. But first, transfer offer in for Dan Feeney. It's a loan deal to Preston. We'll obviously accept that. You should actually get a little bit of game time now, which is good. And we've got a lot of players here that have got the final scout reports back on them. I'll take a little look through them and obviously pick up any players that look that good. Okay, this'll do. Ian Taylor, 77 overall, 20 years old, English, perfect. Look at the pace. I know we've got Lee Lucas coming in, but you've got to sign him. 77 overall, 20 years old. We've got to get him in. We have to. We don't have any other option but to get him in. I think it's just going to be a straight trade for Lewis Cook, to be honest. It kind of makes sense to do that. Move Cook on. He's not being great in game. This guy looks quite good passing-wise. We can obviously still grow him quite a bit as well. And he can play anywhere. We can literally play anywhere in midfield, obviously down the centre. So we'll try and get him in. Sadly, that means Cook's going to leave us. I think it's a fair deal. It's a straight trade. They might well want some money on top of that, though, as well. Finally, Lee Lucas does accept. That means we've managed to... Okay, no, we haven't signed him. We need some more money. Finally, we've signed Lee Lucas, 30 million, and that means Maddison now leaves us as well. So we've got another centre mid in. So we've got quite a few centre mids now. Maybe could do getting rid of some. We're not actually going to be able to sign this guy up just yet. I think we'll wait and see how the other bid goes in for that new centre mid that I'm after. I just thought I'd ask the board for some more funds. I asked for 5 million. They've given me just under 3, so we'll take it. I just couldn't remember whether I'd actually asked for some more or not, but we've got some. Not much, but it'll help us out a little bit. We've got some more play drills to again do this week. Maybe get somebody going up. We've got a few stats there going up. Rossetti moving slowly closer to 76 overall. Transfer offer in for Mane. 15.5 million from Mainz. He's not been great actually this pre-season. He hasn't been that good. So we'll give them a price. If they want to match it, they can. If they don't, they can go 22.5 million. It's probably a little bit too much, to be honest, but we'll ask for it anyway. They are interested in the play, but they want 2.5 million on top of that. Luckily for them, we actually have enough money to do that. So we are going to go ahead and just offer them the 2.5 million. In fact, I might just go with 2 million just to undercut them slightly. And Lewis Cook. I think that's a fair deal. look at the player I'm getting. He looks very good. I'm very happy with him. He seems like a very good passer of the ball and very fast as well, which is everything you really need for the style I want to play. And let's see whether we can try and get him in before the Liverpool match. Okay, we won't be able to get him in before the Liverpool game because it's come up now. It is on the day of the Liverpool match, but we've got a transfer offer in for Loopy, and it's a 1-year loan deal to Luton. He should get some game time there, I would imagine. I'm sure they'll be able to play him. Mines have come back and said they'll pay 16.5. Just going to reject that. No point really going too much further. Haven't even got inside the valuation of the chief executive. But Whitecaps have accepted the bid for Ian Taylor, which is great news, obviously, meaning that Lewis Cook goes the other way. That means that we'll only be able to sign it in the next episode, the contracts and that sort of thing, because we won't be playing the Liverpool game in this episode. But I'm really looking forward to it. Should be good. First match of the season. We need to get off to a good start. We've got a really good squad at the moment. Maybe need to get rid of a couple more players because we do have a very full team now, but we've got a good team to try and win the Champions League as well, I think. So, that is the side I've got. I've got Lucas in there, obviously got Aguero who's now back, and he can play against Liverpool as well if I'd like, but a very good squad in general, so many good players to try and cram into the team. Obviously got Congola that I'm trying to get rid of, Nelson Oliveira as well, potentially Bridcut who's getting on a little bit, now 30, because we've got in quite a few other different players that can play a similar sort of position. So that is it for the episode. Thank you all for watching. If we could go ahead and hit 20 likes on this video, that'd be really appreciated. Also, if you haven't already, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button as well if you haven't already, because that'd be absolutely fantastic as well. That is it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.